based on the camera.
Yeah, based on the camera. Hello, and welcome in. Nice timing. You had all that time
always.
to open that can. You do it now.
I wait.
Welcome into another Titan Talk. It is Friday the 24th of October.
That's
a
right.
week away from Halloween. And the wonderful Clumzy Death is joining us today.
What
Clumzy,
up?
how you doing?
Doing all right. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
That's
What do we have to talk about? Not too much today because it's kind of, well, when I say not too much, I mean, it's kind of, we'll take questions from the community as always about anything going on or any requests that Clumzy can maybe answer. Not request it. Request to answer.
Give me a request. And I will tear
but
them
also
down.
Questions
Yeah,
that you may
absolutely.
be able to answer.
I was comfy. Yeah, we were actually just talking. I was literally thinking about doing the entire. There was a Titan talk where I actually leaned back and had my blanket on me the entire time.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's the one where afterwards they were like, Kilgoon was like, "Who sat in this last?"
Was that when the studio was really cold or?
Yeah, it was a little bit chillier.
The cold days are the worst days. Quick updates for you all, real quick. Just a minute, let you know we put a couple of hotfix issues out today. Along with the ones that went out on Wednesday. Fixed ESET Swing Gust not pushing back minions.
Yep.
We fixed timing issue with Loki's Vanish.
Oh wait, yeah, that's a big one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, do you explain that?
That's a
Go
big
for it.
one because I was inadvertently yelled at by several people in the Titan talks, especially also Sun Prodigy. Well, actually, Sun Prodigy didn't even know. Actually, he came 2 days ago into the chat and he was like, "Wait, what did you nerf about my Loki?"
Oh.
But for all those Loki lovers out there, I did revert what I thought was mostly of bug fix of timing. The timing between the duration of the stealth and the duration of having the bleed in hand attack.
Yeah.
So that's fixed now. So
Okay.
You're welcome.
Also, fixed Mulan's
Sorry,
trading.
and you're welcome.
Fixed Mulan's trading banner, never coming back if you died while it was deployed. There was also an issue with Ul's passive cooldown reduction not working. That has also been fixed. Additionally, people were upset about Chronos Pendant passive not working correctly. That has been fixed. We've also fixed an issue with Necronomicon, losing stacks if you change it in your inventory slot. And fixed issues with ground target arrow stopping short of the full ruler length. I know that's one that a lot of people in the community, mainly console, have been like, why is this doing it? It's very frustrating, but it looks like it has been fixed now.
Yep.
Not only that, ESET's aspect did release this morning too.
Sweet.
So you'll be
Excellent.
able to get in games and test out that aspect and give us feedback on how you're finding that in your games.
Yep, that's right.
What else do I have? Also, Smite Prime this weekend. Oh, that's next month's one, but I've already put it on there. However, this weekend you'll see Smite Prime for October, and that is the November sign-up one that I put in a little bit early, but just a reminder, smiteprime.com if you want to sign up, find out more about esports competitions going on that you can look at and join in with. And we're back to this. I'll do it that way. There you go.
Sweet.
Make sure we keep Manny in shot for the show. And is there anything else to mention? No, the art competition is about to close today. You can check that out in game. And voting will be available for you starting tomorrow, I believe. So you can vote on the art competition for the community.
Nice.
Voted for by the community.
I know there's some people that have been working really hard on the art competition.
We should, all being well, be able to give out, talk about the winners and some of the nice artwork pieces that come in on the Friday show, next Titan Talk.
Sweet.
On the Friday, October 31st. However,
That's sweet.
I believe
Awesome.
it is also balance day too, so it might
Is
be a
it?
bit of a
Okay.
busier day.
That's fine. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll work it out. I'm just giving you all a heads up on that. And last but not least, Monday, no Titan Talk on Monday this week. Kilgoon, unfortunately, has been under the weather for the past week, but also he's got a bit of time off available too. So we wish him all the best on getting better. However, we'll be back on Wednesday for the next Titan Talk, which will be discussion about Sylvanas.
Oh, that's exciting. Hey,
Here's
you
the
got to teach me how to
Sylvanas
do that. So the next time that you two guys are away, I'm just going to turn on the on button and just chat with chat.
If you're setting yourself up for Monday next week.
Not this.
You've just done it
I'm
live.
I'm away.
Oh, magic. Oh,
Yeah,
surprisingly, he's just magically away after saying he would do
The
that.
next
actually.
time this magically ever happens, and I'll be
Okay,
ready.
we'll see how that works out for you. And here we are today then to hang out with you all in chat. Do we have any questions to start with?
I saw the thing with the Necronomicon stacks. As long as someone reminds me, they should definitely not be working off like any clones. When it's Danza clones, then it's going to be Morgan clones. Maybe Morgan and some Wukong clones.
I did
Danza's
already
the
send
main
that over to the
case.
team too.
Necro
I saw
one?
it. Yeah, I saw the Necro, so I just quickly poked them about it.
We can fix that one easily.
No Titan Talk Monday. Does that mean the next two gods will be announced today? No, don't be silly, Sensity. We already mentioned, I already mentioned that we will be talking about putting the new gods coming probably on Wednesday is my expectation, but I've not spoken to Kilgoon to confirm that, but I do expect normally when we announce and go through the last god we have that we've already released, we will discuss what else is coming down the pipe. All being well Wednesday. Worst case scenario, October 31st is my expectation.
Expel does not get assists for gods that are killed during his ults. We actually just we don't have that, nor did we bring that into Smite 2. So for example, Nuwa doesn't get assists.
Yeah.
Unless she actually hits someone with the ulti, but with the vision that I think it gives, you do not get an assist.
So if you're going up in the sky and you die to a dot or something, you don't get the assist credit.
I'm talking about like if you're the new Wa and you reveal an enemy and that enemy dies during the reveal phase.
The
In Smite 1, that would have been an assist. And same thing with Xbalanque, but neither of those two are assist cases in Smite 2. And, I don't think we're planning on buffing the two of them in that way currently.
How's ESET doing? Do you feel she needs balance changes? I mean, she only just came out Tuesday, right?
Yeah, she just came out. I'm literally going to be looking at the balance later today with the team. I think she's doing well, but also some of the bug fixes are actually like inadvertent buffs. Like even the minion knockback on her one, like being able to group them up a little bit better and staggering them, like that's an inadvertent buff. Her aspect's going to be coming out today, so it's going to be interesting to see what that does for her.
Yeah, true. I guess some of the data as well, because she came out Tuesday. We didn't have the slow.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
So like
she
the slow
didn't have a component of
things. I mean, to be honest though, she's got a slow on her 3. She gives a shield. She can also, oh my god, silences,
stun, the damage mitigations. That being said, even with almost all of this stuff, like the plus ones are there, but all the CC is basically the same from Smite 1, and she didn't feel nearly as strong with these certain circumstances. But in Smite 2, it's a whole different ballgame.
I can maybe look up some fun stuff for the community today. Maybe we can do a quiz with them, Clumzy. What do you think?
Ooh, quiz the community. I like it.
Quiz the community.
I think ESET is, like, it's actually been interesting. Out of several of our releases, ESET, I've seen both sides of the spectrum quite heavily.
Yeah.
I've seen people say that she's doing extremely well and she's OP, and I've heard some people say, like, I can't play her. What's going on? Like, her damage just doesn't hit the same.
Okay.
So I'm curious to see what the stats say. I'm curious to see how everyone else feels here. Let me know how you feel about ESET.
Clumzy, is green buff still a no-go? Why do the people want to... Everyone wants their own buff so
Everyone
much.
wants their own buff, but the problem is that you have stacking buffs in Smite 2.
Yeah.
So you add a green buff, and guess what? That's the jungler's
You're not
second buff.
Get it.
Or third
I
buff.
guess that's the thing, because he's going to not go to the support. He'll probably go to the carry who'll steal it, or the jungler who'll steal it.
It's going to go to anyone else.
Anyone but the support.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of the way of it. So do we need another buff then?
I mean, also, there's just so much going on with
what
the
if
map
they
right now.
all
Is it
support
really necessary?
get a permanent buff?
That's just like
That
that's
can't be taken away.
That's like the support blessing stuff that we
Why not?
did ages ago.
Why not?
Ages it wasn't years ago.
That's the fix. Give me a second blue buff. Easy. Okay.
I'm leaving solo lane for that buff. Yeah, exactly. We put it on like dual lane side jungle camp, and they just teleport over.
When we need solo lanes to finally leave the lane and rotate after 25 minutes, being level 20, taking the tier 2 tower on the side.
You're calling me out.
I know.
When I'm in solo lane, I don't leave.
Didn't rotate. You called me out. Just to be clear, right? Clumzy doesn't leave.
I don't leave.
Called me out in a playtest for not rotating from solo lane for the same thing.
Their solo lane came. You got a match.
I called it. I said I'd be missing. Yeah. I moved on. But what we do is put the green buff, like you said, in duo lane, and it forces the solo lane to rotate just to get the buff.
Yeah. But then they won't.
But then
until it gets stolen.
And then they'll complain.
Exactly.
That they don't get that buff.
Yeah, class passives. That's what I was talking about. But I mean, there's just less, I think someone had, I can't remember whether it was in my Discord or not, but someone was talking about like, hey, can we just like buff all the Guardians' base stats, like tanky stats? But, we have this little bit of a disparity between the different the gods and their base stats, but it's not nearly as much as it was in Smite 1. And the further you push that, the more you're kind of solidifying that some characters have to be certain roles. And that's something we've strayed away from in Smite 2, and that's something that we still want to be very careful of, because we've embraced not just like the hybrid split between strength and intelligence, but also the fact that anyone can kind of be anything, especially with the split itemization, not just between strength and int, but just being able to buy active items, being able to have all these new effects. Scylla aspects support probably wouldn't have existed if you just needed the prerequisite base stats of a Guardian.
Yeah, that's true.
Or it'll less chance. Obviously, we've seen ESET supports, we've seen Noxus supports in Smite 1, but it's just pigeonholing it even more, and that's much less exciting.
Helps them fit a little bit easier without having to force it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Is the Moonlight phase impactful enough to force fighting over, in your opinion? We're learning that with you guys. We've seen, both sides of that spectrum as well. I think it's been doing a pretty good job, and I've been watching a lot of streams and seeing a lot of feedback of, it bringing a lot more contention in the jungle and into the mid lane. But I'm seeing the other side of that effect, which is very much understandable, of like mid laners being like, all right, so it's just every 6 and a bit minutes, it's assault for like a minute or so. And yeah, it has that Stygian beacon like gameplay effect.
Sure.
But we wanted to make sure that this gameplay had gameplay to it. Like people are actually going to do something with this mechanic, and we are seeing it being utilized, and that's a good thing. If people ignore it all the time, then that would kind of suck. At the same time, if you're a side laner and like we were talking about, you don't rotate and your other opponent doesn't rotate either, that's probably okay if you just want to get farm and you want to ignore the mechanic. That is still plausible, but there's enough people that are going to be making use of it. I don't expect 5v5s every Moonlight phase.
Is the Discord a good place to post bugs? Trading gods in ranked with a controller is pretty busted. I'll mention it to him real quick. But Church, for that, you can just go to smite2.com/bugs. Also, there's a report option in-game. If you actually look in the bottom right corner, you should see a opportunity to report bugs there too, and we definitely read them all. Okay, maybe I can pull up some data.
Sure, let's do it.
What should we do? Okay, I'll pull up some rank stuff and see. Now, some of this data was yesterday. Let's just say yesterday through. It's only a couple of days old. It's not a ton of data. It's only a couple of days. Yeah. However, let's see what the community knows. What's a good one? Where should we start?
One thing that, while you're figuring that out, one thing I want to see gets, crowdsourced from the community a little bit is I know that there's been screenshots of like 5 Chandras in Assault and stuff like that, Chandra's Grace, or even just in Conquest and things. That being said, unless there's a bug, which is kind of what I'm trying to crowdsource, that shouldn't really be very effective considering it only applies to the lowest person and the buff doesn't stack. Also, I've seen some...
So you just be refreshing on the same person over and over again at the same buff,
Yes,
really.
exactly.
Okay.
And I've seen some confusion on the actual regen stat. You're not getting health and regen at the same frequency of the cooldown tick. The cooldown tick is like 0.2 every 0.2 seconds for 4 seconds, right? The buff does last 4 seconds, but you're only getting the 15 health regen, and regen itself is a stat per 1 second. So you're not getting 300 health and 300 mana, you're getting 60, which is not a lot. So even if you did have 5 of those ticks going off on you, you're not getting, thousands of health. It's really the cooldown that would be impactful if that bug was there. And if that bug is there, I'm actually really curious to see. That being said, I'm not saying the item is weak by any means, but I just wanted to kind of clarify its intent and, where it exists right now.
Makes sense. Okay. So my data's pulled up. What do we think, chat, are, let's say, the top 5 most winningest gods in ranked right now?
Conquest ranks, top 5 most winningest gods, go.
And I do want to take into account that obviously, this is just wins because some gods will get banned, and that happens.
Nope, that's
fair.
fair.
So the data is not always there to show how many of these were, how many games were available to be picked in,
right?
And then picked and then also win. So,
and this is just a few days. So we're talking
let's go
patch.
top 5 in ranked. What do we think? Should be easy, right? Agni is not in the top 5.
Agni was a little bit ago. I know there's some murmurs about Agni Aspect doing really well right now.
He's doing okay by the looks of it, but he's not the top at the moment.
Ooh, it probably would be curious to see where Osiris and Osiris Aspect live. Last time I saw Osiris Aspect was not doing super hot.
I can try and check for that. Someone did mention Xbalanque. Xbalanque is on there, but it's not Aspect Xbalanque. It's non-Aspect.
Yeah, a lot
Xbalanque.
of people think it's Aspect Xbalanque is actually doing really, really well right now. And I'm not saying it isn't frustrating per se, but I'm pretty sure just base standard Xbalanque is doing better than Aspect Xbalanque, which is actually what Hindu was saying.
But Xbalanque is on there along with another one I saw, Mulan.
Yorm? Yeah, no. Yorm,
also on there.
Yorm is definitely not there.
Couple of surprises as well in this list, in my opinion, of the top 5 performing gods. Just because a lot of people in the community I don't think would guess.
Yep, Mulan is there. Yeah, okay, Ilphazin, you feel it too, that Bellona and Mulan. Oh, I don't think Bellona's actually been top tier for a while.
Nope, no Bellona in that list. Let's see if I can find her.
Giannis has always been bad.
Giannis is not in the top 5.
Giannis has always been bottom 20.
Not in the top 5, that's for sure.
Is Smite Card Traveler the best selling of all time? It is in my heart.
I will say Giannis is top 3 most played at the moment.
Yeah, no, he's always been
Yeah.
even in Smite 1 one of the most popular gods, but one of the weakest gods. Like historically he might always be that.
His weird escapability is just the fact of it's fun to play as him because you can always do crazy stuff, and you've got a little bit more survivability because you're like, nope, I'm out of here, So that's part of it. Giannis Bellona was mentioned. No Bellona on the list. A New War, yes, I believe New War is doing okay. Let me find it real quick.
She's definitely fallen off since the last nerf she got. New War was a really interesting one because I think even in this, the Titan Talk community, the people who care on social media, if you looked at the Reddit, we did the Nuwa change, and there's still a lot of, hey, why? She's a terrible god. Why did you nerf the only thing or not even just the only thing. Now she has nothing left. And it's like, actually, that's not quite true. She's actually doing pretty well. And she was, before we did this nerf, she was top tier for months.
Yeah.
She's like top 3.
She's high up there. I will say she's not top 5. She's top 7.
There you go. Still top 7. I think she was top like 2.
7th.
So it's from top 2 to top 7, even with this last nerf.
Correct.
That's very impressive.
Mm-hmm. And the few that we're going to mention here, because I don't think anyone in chat is going to get it. Sobek is not on that list. Merlin's not on that list.
Merlin is also usually bottom like 30.
You ready for these? Hunbat's aspect is.
Oh, that's come
5.
back on the list. Oh no.
Hunbat's aspect.
We
top
didn't
5.
even really do much for him for it to have been brought back. Unlucky.
Hecate aspect.
This is Conquest ranked, guys.
This is Conquest
Hecate
ranked.
aspect. Okay, that
Hecate aspect.
that match count must be low though.
It
It's
is
probably
lower.
Like just
It is lower. And
you play Hecate aspect.
I do.
It's just you.
I have not played ranked in a week.
Winning.
I've not played ranked this week. Okay, I've not played ranked in a second. Hunbat's Hecate Capri
Non-aspect.
aspect. Nobody plays non-aspect.
Okay, so this is definitely like
I think that's the thing is nobody plays
super
non-aspect.
high win rate and low match count for all of these. Except, like, are these like?
I mean, again, the day's only a few days old, so it's not a ton of data.
Everything's gonna
But
be low.
I think I valued them in terms of. That's why I've given like 7 on this list. Not
No,
just
it's still surprising.
a few, but
It's still
Capri's
surprising.
high up there. And last one on this list of like, I guess this is a top 7ish to an extent. Odin.
I've heard some murmurs. I can't remember who I was watching. I can't remember if it was Nika or someone else. And they're saying like, might have been someone EU based, and they're saying like Odin's actually been sleeper OP, and EU favors Odin a lot, and NA don't. I think that's what they were talking about.
That's the thing with the SMITE 2 around the world, SMITE in general around the world, of like
Yeah.
everyone's going to have the different metas and playstyles and stuff. I do know Latin America has different sort
sure.
of picks and bans to an extent than what we see in Europe and North America. What
so
else
nerf
did we
Odin
do?
is what we're saying.
Yeah. I was looking at data real quick, and I'm like, okay, this could be a good one. But then I'm like, is it a good one? Because we should know. I mean, the community should know. Average damage done.
Average damage done in a Conquest rank match.
In a Conquest
So the
rank
highest,
match. What is
top.
the average damage done? How many have I got here?
Like, Nuwa's still got to be up there.
I've got like top 9-ish.
Top 9.
Top 9. Average damage done in ranked. And I think it'll flow definitely into a specific playstyle.
But are you talking about the number or like actual the
average
characters?
damage done. So, for example, Nuwa, you are correct.
Yeah, so we're talking the highest amount of damage done for these characters. Not like, because people are throwing
average
number.
damage done per game
Yeah.
for these characters. And this is the highest.
These are the highest.
So
yes.
Nuwa, good example. She's got a global ultimate.
Yeah.
She's on the highest.
Because people are just throwing out numbers, but we're talking about the gods.
Correct. I'm after the numbers. Jesus, I'm not going to play the numbers. The average do I want to say the average damage of a Nuwa per game? Yeah.
Yeah.
In ranked?
Is she the highest?
Average? Yeah.
Yeah,
She is.
I mean, it makes sense.
Average, do we want aspect, non-aspect?
Which one's higher?
Non-aspect is a little bit higher.
I mean, it makes sense. That's what
Not
I
by
would
much,
expect.
though. Not by much.
I mean, that's probably a good thing in a way.
37,000 damage is the average.
37,000.
And that is the highest average damage
for
dealt.
one of the most winningest gods as well, which would skew it.
So Nuwa is on there. I did see Vulcan mentioned. Yes, and Vulcan is on this list as
Makes
well.
sense.
Coming in at an average of 31,000 damage. And honestly, it's all mages.
I mean,
who would have seen this
That's
coming?
what we would expect.
I guess
they're
Sol-
the ones who poke the most AoE damage.
Sol with aspect creeps onto this list. But there is one non-mage on this list. Who could it be? I don't even think you'd know, so.
Is it a hunter?
No.
Okay.
Can be played as a mage, though, with an aspect.
Well, it's definitely not Tsukiyomi. It's Tsukiyomi.
Here it is.
Hey.
It is. Tsukiyomi in the top 7
That's wild.
of average damage.
What's
done
his
per game.
his win rate performance is historically been pretty low.
Above average.
With the aspects.
Yeah.
Okay, it's climbed.
Above
It's
average
climbed.
at the
That's
moment,
good.
from what I can see. Yeah. Not as good as non-aspect still.
No, for sure. I just remember Suki aspect. I think last patch was doing poor.
Sig Cheese in chat, please stop banning Suki, guys. Let me have fun. Everyone's just like,
Yeah,
free
exactly.
damage. Okay, so that's the average damage done. What about the bottom damage done? Let's play that one.
But who does the least? I mean, those are
Bottom
gonna be
5 damage done.
Guardians or terrible warriors.
Probably Guardians is the expectation. Or terrible warriors. You shouldn't be. We shouldn't have terrible warriors. What is that comment?
I mean, any
Clumzy?
warrior,
You can't be doing that.
warriors that are doing low in their performance right now.
Chat got it pretty quick on this.
Capri's got to be Capri. Yeah.
Keppers is the bottom.
Yep, that just makes sense.
Do you want to clear up though that Capri non-aspect, right? We'll talk about the numbers here.
Right.
Capri non-aspect, average damage 11.5k.
Okay.
Capri aspect 14.5k.
Just not enough higher, but that's probably
3k in a game. Well, it's the extra damage from the one, right? Like,
yeah,
they can't cast, they're trapped.
But that also means that they're probably still playing Capri aspect in the support lane.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah. Nobody's if you playing Capri aspect.
Hey, when it came out, I saw Capri aspects in mid. I was surprised by how much damage it did.
No,
it's still available. True. It's still possible.
What else do we see on this? Guan Yu aspect is on the list. A few people
for bottom, really.
Yeah, in terms of damage, but then you don't take into account the sustain, and also I guess one thing I will say is that a lot of what Guan Yu brings to it is shreds too, which you don't get the benefit of the damage.
The heals,
in a weird way.
Shreds,
Like there's a lot of stuff that goes in with that. Next one, Ganesha. Shocking. Non-aspect Ganesha.
Yeah, I was going to say aspect Ganesha.
Not like the YouTube video.
I just watched that. Was it Yellow Shell? It was very good.
Yeah, I had to check on some reports from a few people in that one too. Because it was amazing. I'm like,
The ending of that was very funny. I really enjoyed that.
Classic. That's what it was.
That was my first. I don't know if he does more videos like that, but it's the first one that I saw. Very funny.
And what else do I have? This one, I'm going to check real quick. See if there's another name in chat.
Is the Thor in that video now bound?
I'm not going to comment.
Yeah, we don't. Even if we the answer was yes, we wouldn't say that.
Yeah, so thanks for putting this one. Yeah. No, I know there'd be.
No, I was just reading the question because it's funny.
Yeah, it happens.
It's a funny question.
Also, don't report people that way. It's not going to work. Just as a heads up, don't be expecting post YouTube videos all the time with players.
Oh yeah,
it's not going to be good.
Right.
There's definitely negatives and positives to it. The surprising one, not surprising one, but one on this list for me, Fenrir aspect in the bottom of damage done. But it's not that low. Average of 15k, which shows you that the average the average.
Yeah, where's the
lower
where's the bottom hunter on that list?
Oh, you're making me do.
I don't know how easy. I don't know if you just got a spreadsheet open.
You keep asking. Okay. I've got spreadsheets open. I've got a sword and stuff. Goodness.
I'm just curious, the difference between the lowest and what the lowest carry would be.
Average damage.
Why was ESET's voice made higher pitched? Was it? I mean, I didn't work on ESET, but that's news to me.
Bottom hunter.
Yes. Brahma is a shout out. I know he's been underperforming.
See, the aspects come into place. I'm not going to talk about. I don't want to mention the aspect versions because.
Yeah, aspect versions tend to skew it. I would say there's definitely a lot of work to be done on some of the aspect balance.
I mean, you say that.
Tend to be.
I got a couple more questions maybe in a second,
sure.
Which will be
That's
interesting. That could give some stuff in that. I'm looking for the first one about.
Let Guan use 3 crits. I don't know about that. I mean, sure, but for 10% of the damage. How about that? So you just see the number, but it's actually lower than the actual damage of the ability. Can you make that rat photo into a Titan Talk specific badge?
I will say aspect and her is the lowest.
Okay.
Considering it's not a support aspect, really.
Yeah.
I won't factor in the other ones like Cupid's Apollos are on there, but their aspect version. But it's it's on her.
But what's the? I'm curious what that number is.
Yes, I should find that now. I looked at it and then moved on looking at it.
Oh, you're good. So. I'm curious if it's right above Capri support.
Where did he go?
Cab aspect will be releasing on Monday. So we got ESET, then we just got ESET's aspect today, and Kibraken's aspect will be on. It's going to be a terror.
22,000.
Okay, so still a good jump by 7K, which is, kind of what one would expect.
Next nearest one. Actually, funny enough, and her aspect, Dansborough aspect as well. 22K.
Oh, Danza aspect's low for all those people who keep telling me to nerf it.
22K average.
So we should have more clones, is what I'm saying. I don't know if Josh.
Well, I don't know if you're getting Necronomic on stack. I don't want to see more clones.
I don't know if Josh is in chat right now. Oh, actually, that's a good point. I wonder if people are just building against him. No, there's not enough. See, even with bugs like that, they don't proliferate enough, especially because even with ranked, there's not enough people who come to these Titan Talks or even come to the red. The ranked is still going to be there's going to still be the minority of the people. So a lot of people won't even know that bug exists. So.
Okay, so we did average damage done. We did the bottom damage done.
We'll get that fixed.
Damage taken.
So most damage taken in Conquest ranked.
Most damage taken in Conquest ranked. Average.
Yeah.
most average damage taken.
I mean, should
Damage
be a
taken average.
guardian, could be warriors because they do good out a lot.
I mean, this should all be tanks, right? Like
Yes.
for the most part.
It depends how proactive those warriors are.
I will go. Let's have a look. 1, 2, probably do about the top 7, bottom 7ish, or top 7ish, I guess, of damage
I
taken.
wonder if there's a Hades in there for the amount of.
There's a
people that
surprise
just-
one in this
Yeah.
that I've seen where I'm like, oh, okay. Ares, no, not on the most damage taken. What else is he?
Hercules.
Herc, nope. Keep shouting them out for me, Clumzy. It'll
Yep.
help me.
Ymir.
No,
Ooh, okay, Bologna.
no.
Yeah, okay, everyone, guys, we gotta step up,
Gotta
step
work-
it up over
work this
here.
out a little bit.
Jormungandr.
No,
Oh, okay, all right.
I think when you guys look at this, guys and girls, when you look at this, think about ones that will survive the engage. I think Herc was a good call out
Yeah,
for
Herc's
potentially
a
be able
good
to
call,
survive and
yep.
resustain. So think about some of those sort of types too, is what I'd suggest.
Osiris.
No,
Yep. Odin.
nope.
Chat, what's going on here?
No one's getting anything.
I mean, well, I'll give you that Apollo, but there's no way.
Apollo, that's the surprise one.
That's Excal.
Aspect Apollo
There it is. Okay.
takes.
Dying in the ulti, trying to get it off every time.
Do I know his averages? And to be clear, like within the top 7, like these are really close. It's like a couple of hundred difference average. Apollo Aspect average damage taken 41,000.
Okay.
Damage
And where is he on the top 7?
4th.
Oh wow, right
So,
in the
like,
middle.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
That's the real surprise.
Aphrodite.
Nope.
Guan Yu.
Guan Yu is there.
There we go.
Guan
Okay.
Yu is there.
Good shout
Aspect
out, good
Guan
shout
Yu
out.
is there. We mentioned like he's not got the highest damage output, but he can sure hell take a ton.
I mean, he's healing a
And
lot.
he's
He's
the same.
surviving a lot, just like you said.
Little bit less than Apollo. Apollo was at 41k. He's at 40,500.
Ooh, yeah.
average damage,
Chuck?
so
Did we say
pretty close.
Chuck?
No Chuck.
No Chuck, even with all that healing, even
No
with all
Chuck.
that living. I think we already said Mordred. Ra?
Still not seen him on the list. No. The rest are up there.
All gonna be Guardians.
They're all Guardian tank types. I'll go through them a little bit. There's one more
Yamoja?
semi-surprise one. Nope. Why does Yamoja take them? She doesn't take them. She stands at range. Scum,
Yeah, but when she gets gone
scum
done,
bubble queen.
I was thinking with all the healing she could do.
Cerberus.
Someone did say Cerberus.
Did they?
I mean,
okay.
everyone's shouting
Yeah,
out
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
I
sure,
just
sure.
didn't say it out loud.
Cerberus,
good
the
call.
number
Whoever said it.
one, non-aspect Cerberus,
Non-aspect Cerberus taking the most damage.
43,000. So you can see like there's a no
That's
huge difference between
interesting.
Apollo at 41k.
Beating on him while he's channeling
Yep.
his breath.
Other ones in there, Capri.
Yeah,
about?
we haven't seen enough people guess Capri. That's
Capri
interesting.
doing all right. Geb.
Geb makes sense.
And the surprising one on this list, Nemesis.
Nemesis.
though. Aspect Nemesis.
Oh, they want to take the beating though. Like that
There
makes
is a
sense.
reason.
That's
Hit
like,
me.
yeah.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me. But yeah. Damage taken, Nemesis. Only other one really was Sobek, Athena, Bacchus are all around there too.
Yeah, it's okay.
that's
So they're
all
like off the top 7, but close.
Yeah, I'm looking at the data and it's like everyone is all saying Geb's looking pretty good now. And I'm like, I'm not playing him in a second. I kind of went
Gotta-
off him with the shield stuff,
gotta
dude.
do it.
The shield stuff hurts me.
Yeah.
Like it's a variation of Geb's playstyle now. That I used to be a
There's
cleanser.
not enough smart enough people that like build anti-shield.
I mean, they should be though.
They should be.
Still, I expect it, but sometimes they just get core built anyway because of other characters in the game too.
I mean, yeah.
If you've seen a lot of
I
Odins,
don't think I've seen erosion.
If I'm seeing an Odin and
shield
Geb in the
splitter,
team,
or
I'm like,
mystical nail.
okay,
Yeah.
going for erosion.
You see, you do that. I think you're smart.
All right, we did most damage taken, least damage taken, average.
Least damage taken.
Yeah.
So these are going to be, the carry roles, the assassans, the hunters, the mages that are very evasive. Is Giannis in there?
Giannis is on this list.
Yep, makes sense.
Yep, I need to-
He's one of the most evasive.
Get my data out real quick. Correct. Giannis is top 5 for least damage taken.
Top 5. There we go. Neath.
Neath is number 1.
There you go. Good.
Number
good job,
1.
Jack. Good
Neath
job.
is number 1 with the
huge.
least damage taken. What do you reckon the number is?
Least damage taken.
I've-
So we were saying.
So if we were saying the highest-
we said was like 40,000. I think you said.
43,000 Cerberus.
What least damage?
Least damage.
Like 8,000.
No.
Is it higher?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Great. Like now we're talking like 22,000.
Real 23k.
23K. Okay.
Actually,
I had to
she's-
get like the anomaly out there. It's like if it's like I
Neath's
need
actually
your
at like
reaction.
24k average damage,
24K.
which shows that even if you are the
The
one of
tanks
the
are taking 2x.
they're taking double damage based
which
off.
makes sense.
If you frontline, which makes sense. So 22k, 24k for Neath.
Ooh, Scylla.
Scylla is on that list, not aspect Scylla, by the way.
Makes sense.
22.5.
Ooh, Jing Wei.
Jing Wei.
I've seen
not
people
on my
say that
list.
she's been doing really well recently as well.
We could look at it, but no, Jing Wei. Jing Wei does
Jing
take
Wei.
damage. Pretty high.
Agni.
Agni, not on this
Not
list.
on the list. He gets caught out. I can see that. There's no way Zeus is in there. Zeus is always take damage.
Yeah, they have to. Some surprising ones though. I mean, I'll go through these. So we've mentioned Giannis, we mentioned Neith. There's also Merlin.
Merlin, really? I don't think they're very escapable. Also, his win rate's not doing so hot.
Second best though, the survivor.
Interesting.
Hecate. Non-aspect Hecate.
Also kind of surprising as well, because all she's got is her ulti.
Maybe some of the shield preventing it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Giannis we mentioned, Noir and Scylla.
Oh, yep. I think we said there was a lot of Noir guesses, so that makes sense. Yep. No, these are all going to be the mages that get away.
Couple of other ones, Kukulkan, Vulcan.
Yep, saw some Kukulkan.
Vulcan. Yeah, I just saw that then.
It's just like,
and then one just very interesting one. The technically ESET, when we pulled this day, I actually did it first thing this morning.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So it was just after Aspect released. There was 5 ranked games of ESET with Aspect so far. Average damage taken 13k.
13k. Got
ESET
it.
support. Here we go.
Those 5 people.
All those 5 games are huge. However, 20% win ratio in those 5 games, just as a heads up. But it was first thing in the morning.
This isn't unkillable. Like, this isn't like most damage taken in like least amount of deaths. If you put deaths into it's different. This is those who run away the fastest.
Yeah. What else do I have that
modern players go in and leave immediately?
Damage taken, damage done, average damage.
And feel free throughout all this, guys. Go ahead and you can ask obviously any.
Yeah, feel
any
free. We just
questions.
Giving you a bit of fun today for a bit of a change. Give you some information that we can.
No, this has been really cool.
Showcase just for a change. Winningest lowest pick rate.
Winningest lowest pick rate.
So pick the least in ranked for some reason or other, maybe because of bans or whatever. But the highest win rate based off those low pick rates.
Oh, geez. Feel like some of those are going to be aspect related because those end up getting picked up.
I've got 2. I've got 2 for you that I'm going to share. I'm not going to share more than that. Top 2, both aspects.
Both aspects. Makes sense.
Both aspects.
Now, first one I see Morrigan. I mean, that's just
Not
Mytheria, right? Like, I'm not sure.
Myth's not been playing that much, I guess, at the moment. So,
yeah, exactly.
I didn't even say win him.
Hercules?
Hades? I did see a Hercules.
Guys, this is I mean, we didn't say this originally.
We did say it's the winningest low pick rate.
Yes, winningest low pick rate. Ooh, Aspect Kali. She wasn't doing so hot last time I saw.
Not on my little short list here. One we've mentioned earlier, and
Yeah.
I guess I'll confirm it. Hecate.
Hecate, right?
Hecate.
We did say that actually. The Hecate aspect was
Hecate
doing really
aspect, and then a support with an aspect.
well.
Not one we've really spoken much about.
Yeah, there's no way it's Emosha. And we talked about Khepri, but Khepri was doing okay.
Not Capri on this one.
There's no way it's Yorm.
It's
I would
a guy that received a couple of nerfs the last few patches.
receive a support. Ares? Ares aspect. Low pick rate. Makes sense. High win rate. Interesting.
Highest win rate. It's not crazy high, just to be clear, Chad. I'm not going to give you the exact
we're
data
not
of
talking
where
about
it is, but
70%
like
or anything like that.
it's not like, oh my goodness, we've got to get rid of this. And I guess the last one we'll do, right, just look at this data real quick. So we talked about the top 5 high performers in ranked. I want to compare that to the casual queues.
Ooh,
right?
Is it going to be quite a bit different?
As an example of the differences you'll see in your casual games versus your competitive games. What have I got here? 1, 2. Well, that's.
So you said Gods was the highest win rate.
8. Okay, we'll do win rate, conquest. We mentioned a couple of gods, and some of the gods are not on this list, which is crazy to me. Mulan's on there, Jablonki's on there, but lower down than where they were.
Oh, okay.
Just in terms of overall win rates, I guess.
Gotcha.
However, I've got 4 on here that are unusual.
That are
4,
unusual.
yeah.
So
4 that I wasn't
winningest
going to expect
gods
based off
in
what we said the other day.
casuals.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't expect the Hanbats aspect either.
Hombat's aspect is not on this one.
Yeah, right.
Just
right.
for context, yeah.
I don't think casuals are playing it that effectively.
Chuck's not winning right now, I'll be honest.
Sure.
But he's strong.
He's still pretty solid.
But
he's pretty solid.
I think it's because he's also a really good go-to for newer players and people that are still growing in the game and a safe feature.
Yep.
But that means that because they're newer players, they're probably going to make small mistakes that you wouldn't necessarily make if you know how to play the character more and like be able to build correctly, etc., etc. So not survivable.
I don't think it's Bari or Neith. Last time I looked, those stats were pretty low.
Nope. I did see an Anubis.
Ooh, Anubis, yeah.
He slips onto the list.
Anubis has actually generally been pretty strong. People don't believe it, especially post the healing changes, but he's pretty good.
7th in casuals.
There you go.
In terms of win rate.
Susano, last time I saw he wasn't doing, he was like right in the middle.
No Neith.
I don't know where Loki is, actually. I haven't looked at him in a
No
bit.
Neith is Loki.
Loki's doing top.
Non-aspect
Aspect Loki.
Aspect Loki
Very cool.
has reached the top 7 in casuals.
Prodigy, I don't know if you're watching. I told you to play
It
Aspect
was a
Loki.
surprise. Aspect.
Nuwa, I think we already...
New Warriors on that list. Yeah,
so Nuwa,
still up
X-Ball,
there. Doing okay.
Mulan.
X-Ball, Noir, Mulan, all on that list, but then we have Loki, which we mentioned, Anubis, and then I've got 2 hunters. 1 aspect,
Two
1
hunters.
non-aspect.
Interesting. We already talked about the Shablanke, of course. So 2 hunters, 1 aspect, 1 non-aspect. We said Danza's low.
Correct.
Rama's got to be low.
Not Artemis, not Ho Yi,
Ooh, Hu Yi would have been a good one.
not Kern. We've mentioned one of them already
Who else
today.
is there?
We've mentioned one of them today already.
Wait, oh, no, yeah, okay. Poseidon's not on this list. But I was curious. I think I saw Poseidon doing pretty well. No, we said on her aspect was doing... Well, we said he was doing the least amount of damage.
Blue Newt 13 got it right. Cupid is on this list.
Cupid, most
Non-aspect.
winningest in ranked.
Casuals.
Sorry, casuals, yes.
Non-aspect.
But yeah, probably low play rate.
Okay, actually.
That's cool. I saw some
Okay.
people talking about him recently. So I'm
Higher
glad to see that.
than
there.
Loki aspect.
Okay.
In terms of play rate. But Cupid's doing
Higher than
pretty
Loki
I
aspect.
I think when I'm just looking at the data here, when you think about Cupid and what he brings, right?
Yeah.
You're going into blind pick. He's going to have a AoE cripple. Pretty useful.
Oh,
And
wait, so
sustain.
did you say aspect or non-aspect?
Non-aspect.
Non-aspect Cupid. Okay,
Non-aspect
sorry,
Cupid.
Apologies.
So actual Hunter Cupid.
Then the next one's an aspect
And then
hunter.
the next one is Aspect Hunter, which we have mentioned earlier.
So aspect hunter, top 7 of casual conquest.
Mentioned him earlier for damage taken, if you remember.
Oh, someone was saying the Apollo, but
Apollo. Aspect Apollo. Winning.
yeah, interesting.
Lower count than Cupid. Just as a
I'm
heads up.
curious
And Loki.
where
But,
they're
doing
playing
all right.
him. I actually haven't played much Apollo
That's a
aspect.
good question.
myself.
I could probably pull that data, but it
No, for sure. Anecdotally, I'm curious where people are saying. I don't think I've seen an aspect Apollo in my games for the last 2 weeks or so.
Okay. Well, he's on the list of performing pretty well. So
Well,
get out
we're-
there and test all these things out and complain about balance then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's always really interesting.
But now
to see
you
the
know
outliers.
what you need to nerf and buff for next week.
Sure, I'm gonna nerf Odin. Got it.
So we're nerfing all of these.
No.
Confirm.
No, a lot of the things that we don't see here obviously are the amount of times these characters are being played, right?
Yeah.
If you're seeing someone that's extremely high in the win rate, but is only played in a handful of games, and those are usually kind of outliers where there's statistical anomalies.
Yeah.
And then obviously this, as Hindu said at the beginning, this being only a few days worth of data,
It's not a
doesn't
whole,
really
like-
give us a whole.
Because we normally pull it from quite a
Yeah.
larger range too, but also factor in the fact we've done updates and hot fixes and things that can adjust
Yeah.
those things. Yeah. I still thought it'd be different for a Friday
Solo
this week.
Apollo. No, it's very cool. I love that.
Top damage mitigated. I don't think I can maybe say. I mean, damage taken would give you an idea that they're probably mitigating pretty high too, but I don't know if I can pull that off the top of my head right this second. I was cheating. I wasn't as prepared for this as I expected. Okay.
But yeah, any other, obviously we've got some time left, so any other general Q&A,
Yeah.
feel free to chuck our way.
So what you got planned this weekend? Anything exciting?
I'm actually going abroad. It's my little sister's graduation, so I'll be flying to Toronto tomorrow.
Nice. Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
Me, working out Canada.
Canada.
How are the new items doing so far?
I did have a look. All of them are on the mid to low on purchase rate. So none of them,
Which makes sense.
None of them are super popular. I actually thought Shibalban Effigy was going to be very high on the purchase rates, but none of them are doing they're all less than average, I would say, in terms of the purchase rate. But that's okay because honestly, several of them are pretty niche as well. I haven't looked at the 3 ones that gained Moonlight effects yet. I was just curious on these ones. I think this was casual item data. Chandra's is doing the best out of the 3. And again, that's why I wanted to give those stipulations earlier as well, is that I don't believe there's a bug, but I'm curious if there's a bug, and also it's not giving the region that people think that there's a region that it's giving. But yeah, I would expect that one getting a small nerf because again, the purchase rate is not very high for any of these. But then I think it's actually Shibalban least, and I have Erebus second. But there's a decent gap between Chandra's, then Erebus, then Effigy. So honestly, Effigy and Erebus could both get buffs. I don't think we're going to buff Effigy. I think there's a bug fix coming in for it. But But yeah, I'm curious to see how people are finding them and if people are playing around with the 3 modified items.
I want to say the reason Chandra's is probably the most popular is because it's got 20 cooldown reduction, so instantly.
Yeah,
like,
it's
cooldown. I always want
cooldown.
cooldown.
I think it's something that people, but at the same time, they're
Regen
not.
and cooldown.
I think, funnily enough, I think that's probably the best stat that's on it. Like, I think the passive effect is actually almost sleeper strong, but not actually that good. And specifically, again, the cooldown of it.
I agree. I agree. I don't think the regen is that over the top.
The regen's actually,
especially if it doesn't stack, which
it's low. Again, it's 60 health.
But cooldown reduction on a teammate is definitely useful. However, you're not going to necessarily feel it, which is surprising to see so many people pick it.
Yep.
But when you got 20 CDR on it as flat and 350 health, it's not bad stats. Yeah,
it's not bad.
Again, though, those items only came out on Tuesday. And we actually have some comp SMITE this weekend as usual.
Generally, I'm excited to see
all
how
the
that
esports
goes.
stuff
That's
happens
true.
all weekend with the community leagues all going on. So normally you'll start to see them filter into the meta when people have played them in those sort of games too.
Can Mr. Hi-Rez make an item that only my account can use with 100 of each stat? I got you, Pun. I mean, Sir Smite.
Pon/hook me up, right? Like that's all you need to do.
Some more strength cooldown items. I can see that. I mean, you've got a couple of... I mean, I say that and then everyone's going to be like, but nerf Pendulum Blade. Which I think it's in a better spot now, that's for sure. Was ESET supposed to be slow immune in her 1? I can't remember. I remember asking Caps about that. I think she's slow cleansed, but wasn't slow immune. I'm pretty sure
I believe that was
parodied that.
Yeah, I want to say it was parody.
Yeah. Tekko, yeah, that's true. People forget about Tekko. Can I have a King Arthur early, but only I can play him? Pon, you're gonna get on that, right? For the one person King Arthur port.
Quick new question: would ranked arena ever be a thing? Once upon a time in SMITE when we had it, I don't think
ranked arena.
No. Yeah, I think the game mode is there for the fun side of it more than anything else. And if you try and turn it into a competitive game, it's not going to work out well. It's not. It's counterintuitive of what you really want to do with the mode, which is have fun, be aggressive, and kill each other. Not sit there, wait patiently for the perfect opportunity, and only do one fight every 5 minutes.
I came second in one of the only arena tournaments back in the day.
I would say you and Pon are probably two of the people that actually did that when it was around.
Yep, that was very degenerate. Like, you're talking about, like, people would be inside their base clearing from that side, like clearing the minions that are coming in before they get there so you wouldn't lose tickets, like ticket advantage. Like, that's level of degenerate. Also, again, it has all the issues that one would think of. The reason why we've talked about not like wanting to do some of the other game modes, specifically splitting the matchmaking.
Yeah, playable size as well, and like splitting the queues for no reason.
Yeah, like you would definitely get some of the highest ranks paired with lowest ranks after like 12 minutes of queuing.
How are Sylvanas in an aspect in playtest? Good, interesting
I
question.
mean,
We'll know more. You'll see more of Sylvanas for sure on Wednesday, but we should put it in. PTS was live last weekend. I know we got some feedback on it then. However, there was a couple of things that I know went in there where people are like, man, this character's unfinished. And we're like, yeah, we know. But we did go through some playtests where his wisps protections were stacking.
For sure. And then Pon's in chat hearing it. I think when I play tested the aspect in Joust a day or
yesterday.
two ago. Yeah. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah.
My brain. Yeah, I definitely did quite well. But it was fun, and that's the most important part. I think I did quite well and it was fun, but I actually did around the same amount of damage as the enemy team's carry. So, which was, I can't remember if it was also an aspect or not, but yeah. So, maybe fair, but it was fun.
It was against an Artemis. Yeah.
Yeah.
From memory.
I have no brain power. Pruning the branches, nice one. What is the potential resolution for Rama and the Hot Relic? We actually just fixed that today, and we'll be going the hot fix.
Oh, awesome.
If you were talking about the aspect, right? So the way Rama's aspect is going to work is that it's no longer to be able to be reloaded early with the cancel function, which is what was keybound for agility, but it's now going to be reloadable early by pressing the button again. So it's a little bit of like a muscle memory fix, but it'll solve that issue. And I think we're putting that in for a hot fix. If not, then it'll be in the next patch. But we did just resolve that today.
Awesome to hear.
I wouldn't expect the Rod of Tahuti changes for a little bit. There's between the Moonlight phases and all the previous changes we're doing, there's still a lot that we've got to kind of resolve and clean up.
I think I want to clear that up
That's
as
on
well
our
because
mind.
last time you were on, we talked about the Ratatouille a little bit, and it was
Oh yeah,
mentioned.
it's something that
And I
Pawn
think-
and I have talked about, and on Titan Talk before. In general, that's something we want to address. But
And I
we're
think
not
the
gonna
one
rush
thing
it.
about like addressing it too is that some people hear it and then go, now they're doing it.
Yeah,
Right now.
yeah, exactly.
And it's like we've suggested, we also
Devs have
suggested
mentioned it.
we are going to work it long term, but it's not going to be a short term fix, and it needs to be done now.
No,
Like,
I'm just gonna remove it out of the game and then have everyone yell.
make sure you please, when you take stuff from the Titan Talks and the stuff we say, either watch it back just to confirm, but finish off the rest of the comments other than just I heard 4 words, which was we know Ratatouille needs fixing, and then like, well, they better do it.
All
Like,
of
it's
this
not-
just
yeah.
they're not.
Yeah, the rest of it, they don't care.
They're already posting on Reddit.
It happens. It happens.
What is your personal favorite item? Cersei's Hexstone. I think it's just too funny for me. I don't even care. It's
Scepter.
never been because it's good. It's similar thing. I
Scepter
don't
for
care
me.
about how viable they are. It's just funny.
Scepter
They're just
Dominion for
fun.
me just because there is plays you can make and they never really work. But the dream is there. Like you can look at a situation and
dream
go,
is there,
that's the idea. Let's be honest, right? The average person who queues into a SMITE game looks at a situation and goes, I should probably back here. But in an ideal world, if I hit this shot exactly right and use all my abilities right, I'll live and get a double kill.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yep.
Like, that's kind of so Scepter Dominion for me.
High risk, high reward. Kind
Leans
of
the
thing.
same way of like we're doing Fire Giant, they're coming in the pit, or they're doing Fire Giant. Your team's coming in the pit to steal, and as they come in, you go Scepter Dominion, but then your teammates get caught in it and they don't, and you're like, oh no, this is awful.
Yeah.
But Scepter Dominion for me.
It's what you what you can accomplish, and this is going to be a little bit of tangent, but I was playing around with the community, and we were the enemy team were doing customs. They went cringe. New Wall Morrigan, right?
Yeah.
Right before the patch was going live, so they could test it beforehand. And and so I'm using this as kind of like a learning opportunity, which no one's going to listen to anyway, so it's okay. It's why we nerfed it. But like I, as another mage, did well because I bought Sphere of Negation.
Okay.
I bought Bloodbound
Yeah.
Book. I did things to try and counter the cringe.
Shock.
Someone was thinking about like, hey, what else can we do? It's like Scepter of Dominion,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Use that to immune your teammates
Yep.
from the damage. There are ways around these things. That being said, we know the majority of people aren't going to do that, so we understand the frustration too. And also, Nuwa's doing very well. as
Someone
we
likes
talked about.
Boar. I hate Boar.
I know you do. I've talked about. I've
Yeah.
heard
It's-
you say that.
It's only frustrating because like I'm going to call it out. Ball players only do it because they're bad at positioning. Just die like a man. Okay? Just die like a man or don't get out
Have
of
you ever
position.
seen
They're
an
two
Ares
options.
bore towards you to ulti?
No,
It's so
no.
funny.
I see the
have.
Ares
It's so
run away.
funny.
I see the Ares
Oh,
run
no.
away with ball like they were God's gift. All of a sudden, I'm like, ha I'm just going, no. Get rid of that. No. Take the damage.
I would say, like, people say what's the difference between, like, the old Blink and Cersei's. I personally see more people being aggressive with Cersei's than I ever saw people being aggressive with Blink.
Yeah, that's true. You do see a little bit more, but not that.
I find it hilarious.
hate
Even
it.
when it's the enemy Ares that's boring towards me, I find it so funny.
I think it's
can't
fine.
help
If
but
it's
laugh.
being used aggressive, no problem. But running away with it, no, I hate it.
Yeah, I remember when it first came out, there was a little bit more of like a wind-up time, and people were like, "This is now unusable."
Yeah.
So we had to diminish that a little bit. Scepter Dominion is a sleeper Suki Nuwa counter. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah,
you've
there's a
got to
few
be
like that.
fast on it because, yeah, I mean, if you're not fast on it, I think the warm-up, we may have nerfed the warm-up. I can't remember what it is.
The problem with the item is just the
2.5, 3
danger. The
seconds.
danger. It's like the best way I can describe it is like a Ymir wall almost. Of like it can be really crutch and save the team.
Yeah.
But it can really hinder if you mess it up. You know, and like Scepter Dominion doesn't have a cancel feature like a Ymir wall. So like if you hit it, you're like, no, you're stuck in it now. You're like, oh no, my whole team's about to die. they're lining up all the kills, and I've done this to them.
Oh my god.
Gotta be careful.
And I know people wanted to be buffed as well, but the thing is that it has to always be a niche item.
I
If
agree.
it's ever picked up
If it's
every
core?
other game, it would be so frustrating. Even if it was never good, it has a potential to be too frustrating. Wardmaster hates Lunchbox again. I'm curious where that started from because I answer it
Wardmaster
every time.
Clumzy?
Because he started with like Ward Daddy, then it became like Ward Lord, then it became Ward Matt. Like
I was
it's
going to ask
progressing. I
why
don't
he was
know
calling you
why,
Ward Master
though.
because you don't place wards.
I do okay on placing wards, thank you. I'm above average in playtesters.
I got a lot of recordings for the playtest. I'm going to check.
We'll
through.
go back though. I'm not as good as you.
No, I
obviously,
mean, listen,
right?
I buy
There's
Chalice
upper
all the time. I
echelons.
just throw it down anywhere. That's why I get
Yeah.
it. I stack him in base.
Okay, well, he's just farming stats.
Yeah, always.
I didn't even read the rest of your thing, Lunchbox. Are bans and ranks supposed to have been changed? Some matches I can change in some... Wait, what? Are bans and ranks supposed to be able to be changed? I mean, once you've locked in a band, you shouldn't be able to change it, I don't believe, in this new ban system. But that being said, we are definitely resolving a lot of kinks with the new match
Yeah.
lobby. We
UI
said that
changes,
going
stuff like
in.
that. Yeah,
There's
we're always
a
gonna have things
lot
to
to be cleaned up on, including the presentation of it. I know Pond was working pretty hard on that with the team.
Top 5 SMITE devs on most wards
Yeah,
played.
I think I'm on top 5.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't know who. I don't know.
I
know.
I would say it's me. 'Cause
Arthur
even
does pretty well, right?
Arthur's.
I think
Arthur's
maybe
like,
be second.
He's my challenger.
Yeah.
He is my consistent challenger. He's the one that makes me end up going for the I forgot the name of it. The one that reveals wards.
Heimdall site.
Heimdall's site. He makes me go that way. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna clear all his wards. Just like
Yeah. I think that's really cool to see.
Arthur mentioned, Arthur's got to. Not that. Do you know what? That Arthur's better than the King Arthur. I'm gonna say it.
Who was bottom 5 Hi-Rez? There's too many to count.
Where do we start?
Just like you guys.
Any given day.
No one buys. I was gonna say no one buys wards. Everyone has free wards.
Manny's the average Smite player, to be honest. No wards placed. You know, has it in the inventory anyway.
Stays in his lane and doesn't leave.
What other questions do we have in chat today? Trying to find someone to answer. Update on original Travers. Don't have any updates today, unfortunately.
Will Heimdall be able to wards now since his site says he can? I don't know. That'll be a pawn question for later.
Will Heimdall be able to see wards now? I don't know. I mean, when Toth comes out, does he get a free book? When Kronos comes out, does he get a free Kronos pendant? We're gonna play that game. We'll be here all day. Everyone's gonna get free stuff.
It's because you got angry at a question about wards and wanted people to buy wards first before adjusting. Oh yeah, sure. That's fair. So it's more like the ward emperor.
Does Manny support split pushing? I think Manny is a solo laner that won't communicate, won't ward, won't rotate.
So all my solo
and
laners.
Then press the F6 key when he looks across the map after taking the tier 2 tower and realizing they lost the game. That's what I think Manny would play like personally.
Oh my god, that's toxic.
You're a classic solo lane player. Actually, better than average classic solo lane player because they don't communicate. Instead of communicating, just toxic.
Yep. Please see the picture behind Hindu men of Calder. Is there a picture behind you of Calder?
There maybe.
Oh, yeah. It's can you put it on camera?
Oh my goodness. Do that.
It is adorable.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
That's Suku and Calder?
I believe so, yes.
Soul laners are devils. Oh my god, Saichi.
Orbital strike.
I feel Calder, Saichi and then immediately Crow.
Maybe we do have a new Rama skin coming. We'll find out.
King Warder. Oh my god.
In the future.
Future gods you're looking forward to getting into the game. I mean, there's so many gods I'm excited about, but as soon as I answer that question, people are just gonna go, "All right, confirmed." It's
yeah.
next.
Well, what would be your what's your next one you would like to do with a perfect?
I mean, I'm a mage main, and we already got Giannis and
You've
Scylla.
got loads of mages, Clumzy.
Yeah,
greedy.
I am greedy.
Greedy. Go on. So which one?
So we got my top 3, which is Merlin, Giannis, and Scylla.
Okay.
I would love to see Tima and Morgan Le Fay, and slightly biased because I worked on them, but also I like them and
Sure. I think they're pretty popular.
Giannis and Scylla were still my top 3, so seeing them in makes me very, very happy.
Non-mage.
Non-mage, King Arthur for sure.
Okay.
I mean, yes, I like abilities.
I was intrigued where you'd go with that one.
Nah, he's fresh on my
today.
mind.
Tiamat confirmed, Morgan Le Fay confirmed, King Arthur.
Literally none. I mean, it's probably easier to say these because they're not coming. So. No, okay, they might come. I'm being facetious.
Do y'all feel like taking damage feels less reactive, intuitive than it did in Smite 1? Example, I feel like I'm invulnerable or tissue paper, not much in between.
That's interesting. I mean, there's always feedback that can be done like the post-process effects. I don't think there was anything that we specifically did differently in like kind of the health bar treatment when you're kind of middling amount of health. We've even added more sound effect cues for when you're just taking damage and dealing damage in general. But that being said, I know there's still a lot of conversation on like the feels of the game, whether it's sounds, effects, or even just on the gameplay side. So those are always the kinds of things that we're keeping an eye on. Sometimes it's small things. Like sometimes it's actually just, performance related. Sometimes it's because things are mistimed. Like there's a lot for us to do to clean those like parts of the game up. They're in so many different places, and it really can change from item to item, god to god, and ability to ability, that we're going to have to just keep them one at a time. Like, it is very frequent, at least once a week, where someone would be like, oh, this was just kind of like slightly mistimed or slightly wasn't working. Or, for me, for example, the Loki one that we were talking about a little bit earlier, the reason I made that change because I thought it was a bug. I literally was like, okay, we have Loki's stealth duration, which lasts 4 seconds, and then the in-hand swap where you can do his bleed attack that lasts 6 seconds. But if you have finished your stealth and you have that bleed, there is no visual cue that you have that. And there's actually a tiny trail one in Smite 2. There's actually none in Smite 1. So I was just like, okay, this just doesn't feel right. You as a Loki don't know. The enemies don't know that you are stimmed. So that's why I actually changed it. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
it must have just been meant to be part of the duration. That being said, then everyone was like, wait a second, fix your shit. And I'm like, okay, we fixed it. I think it's already hotfixed, as we talked about today. That being said, I've asked the effects team to see if they can add a stim to that, because it's something that we didn't have that it just needs. So small things like that,
Yeah,
I've just used that as an example. Add into it. That's something that we just didn't have, but there's still a lot of things that we have that are bugs, that are fixes, that we'll still continue to do.
Did mention in that as well. I feel like I'm invulnerable or tissue paper, not much in between. I guess that's power. Item curve almost, as well as like people get penetration online and stuff, and then you start.
Oh, sure. If we're just talking about the gameplay, I took that question completely different.
No, I think it was fine to take it that way too, to be honest. But yeah, I think also it was mentioned in like around. I feel like invulnerable or tissue paper. There's no real in between.
Yeah, a little bit of that is definitely whether like even just whether carries succeed or not in the meta can be purely dictated on whether when and where they buy
come
pen.
online.
No, but for me, it's just when they buy their Titan's Bane,
that's true.
when they buy their Obsidian Shard. Sometimes it's just like, okay, well, I've now gotten enough effective health, and the enemy team doesn't have their pen online. I feel like a god, and then all of them suddenly get it at the same time. It's like, wait a second, what just happened? That's a little bit of a fallout from the pen system, but that's why we talked about Rot a little bit too. And it's things that we're continuously going to be looking at and working on. Yeah, we talked about plans for more soft anti-heal items. I'm think on the dev team we're kind of the more like counter heal items, because they're not meant to be there to reduce the healing, but kind of like Brawlers got an update, right? So that's slightly better. More things to like.
If they heal, you can do something.
Exactly. That's not just reduce heal.
If you heal, you don't heal as much.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm starting to see people buy more of the Rod of Sleepiest, which is cool too. That's been fun to see. Yeah, I know. I definitely have noticed that Executioner is just not being picked up nearly as much. I don't even think that was post nerfs or anything like that. I think it just became like fell out of flavor because it's been super strong for a while. It's on the list for me to look at. I don't remember it ever being problematic, but I've definitely noticed that myself, that it's basically not being seen in carry builds as much. What is the next UI feature you want to add? That's definitely not me thing. That'll be a Kilgoon thing when he's here next week.
Will we ever get a VGS for Attack Pyromancer? Maybe one day, but not in the short term. If you imagine getting every single voice to re-record Attack Pyromancer, is just not possible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also the same as like Attack the Beacon, right? Like Attack the effigy. There's so many things. Milk the tower. Milk, what was it? It wasn't a tower, was it? But milk it.
I don't know, milk the moon, but
maybe it's just a voiceover of you saying these things.
I've joked about it. I mean, because I did the Candy voice line, right? But
Candy,
yeah. The funny thing is that regardless of that voice line, every time I pick up a Candy in a game, I do that thing IRL because it's just fun. It's just so much fun. I feel like a lot of us.
When I've done it, I've tried. It's not always given me the voice line either.
No,
so
it's
like,
10% chance.
I know. I'm just like, man, no clubs.
But one of the things that I talked about with the LD, and I think it makes a lot of sense, is because like as much as honestly, it'd be funny to do, even on like a beta case. You've got your like announcer packs, you've got the lore lady, you've got like different things. Even just adding a third kind of different type of announcer starts just diluting what the game like. It just feels more beta in that way. It's like, okay, well, if we can get lore lady back, if we can get the narrator back to kind of do these things, that'd be better. But like we said, for VGS, that's a little bit more tough.
Okay, we are at 2:00.
Oh,
that went surprisingly quick.
That actually did that.
But we do have time for
one more question. Hey, you're getting into it. I was watching the one with you and Josh, and you didn't. Neither of you guys did it.
No, I wasn't going to force it, but you knew.
I was forced into it. Now I'm into it.
And now you're into it.
Yeah.
It's a whole one more question, and we answer 5 probably. Or 0, because no more come in. Can we get evolving items, say the stats they give as a sum in the base stats as they get more stats?
I don't fully understand what that is.
I think I know what I mean.
I'd have to like look at it. It's one of those things where like I need to actually like look at it in the game and like give it a try.
Oh my God, bro. I guess I'll be here Monday for Int CERN propaganda. Well, good news. You'll be here Monday, but Titan Talk will not be here Monday. We mentioned at the start of the show, but there will be no Titan Talk on Monday. So if you want to do your curtain propaganda, bring it on Wednesday, but we won't discuss it because we'll be discussing Sylvanas and other stuff coming to the next update.
Yeah, and sometimes, I mean, especially when things are there that aren't questions, I'm probably not going to just be like, like just reading out a comment out loud, to be fair. what older aspect reworks are you going to work on next? We don't, no spoilers there. We're always going to be looking into them. Every time we release a new aspect, we do a patch or we talk about an old aspect, like, Loki's, whatever it may be. We always have the caveat and we say that, like, we know that some of the older aspects need a lot of shifting or just full on reworks. Definitely understandable. We do understand that. That being said, we also want to continue making new aspects too. And sometimes that's just, more fun for all of us, but that doesn't mean we're going to forget about the old ones. There's a lot of them that, even when we're talking about the stats list, I would say the bottom 10 to 15 on some of these in terms of populator or even win rate could just always be aspect related. So there's definitely a lot of cleaning up to be done. There's just a lot of work to be done.
Can we get your reaction to Clumzy stream clips? I mean, that'd just be a word.
What?
You have good clips? Is it good clips that have been done, or is it just being memed?
I don't know.
Who knows?
There's been an effort from my community to like put actual clips in, and I know Spawn has done a compilation at one point. We can see. If we are more active on that stuff, we can get Hindu to just. He might just come on my stream and do it instead. I don't know. If
also true.
I don't know about doing it on Titan Talk.
In the meantime, you can check out Clumzy D on Twitch. You can find Clumzy streaming every now and again, and he'll also take any of your questions, which is crazy to me that you'll do the full-time job in the studio, then go home, stream the game, and answer questions in community chat, and then maybe even be on this the same day. So
I'm more candid on my stream. I'll say shit a little bit more that I probably wouldn't say on Titan Talk.
I completely agree. Same. Shockingly. Same. But that's it for us today. I hope you all enjoy the weekend. Enjoy ESET Aspects. Monday, Kabrakan Aspect will be live along with the Kukulkan Traveler that people have been asking for too. And yeah, we'll see you all Wednesday for the Titan Talk where we discuss Sylvanas. But for the time being, enjoy yourselves and we'll see you on the battleground. Goodbye.